I got a new toy. So whenever I'm doing reviews on my channel, I really think it's important to go ahead and clarify the perspective that I'm coming from so that you know exactly what experience I have with the equipment and what experience I've had with the company in the past. So I have used Stihl for the entirety of my business for string trimmers and blowers, and I've also got one of their combi units which has an edging attachment and a hedge trimmer attachment. So I really have liked Stihl. I mean, I'm really sold on the company as far as the quality of their product. Now, am I saying that they're the best in terms of versus Echo and Red Max and all the other brands out there? No, I'm not saying that at all. I think that, you know, it's very individual on what's going to meet the needs of your business and what dealers are in your area that's going to really dictate what type of handheld equipment you have. Stihl is an equipment brand that I have liked and really loved for the entirety of my business. Now, the reason that I went with the Stihl BR800C is simply because of the side start. I mean, I was looking at some of the top end blowers, the commercial, and I've thought about the new Echo 8010 that's coming out, and the reason that I went with this was just because of that side start, guys. This is going to be a game changer, I think. It's so nice to have that convenience. So I'm not going to say this is like the best blower out there, but I am going to say that it's the most convenient backpack blower out there in terms of the comfortability of wearing it, the side start, all of that combined makes it the most convenient blower. Is it the best blower? No, I'm not going to say it's the best blower. I personally think that the Echo 8010 is going to have a little bit more power. It's going to have a little bit better performance in terms of doing things like blowing leaves. That's just my personal opinion from what I've seen. I haven't actually used it yet. But I can tell you that the Stihl BR800C has more than enough power to get the job done, guys. It comes in at speeds of over 230 miles per hour. And it blows over 900 CFM, so that's way more than enough to get the job done. I've blown through some pretty heavy leaves, and it will absolutely handle the job. So it's very comfortable to use, very easy to use. I've been very happy with it so far, and next year, once I use it for most of the season, I'm not going to say the entirety of it, but most of the season, I'll kind of do a follow-up review and let you guys know what I thought about it after using it for a while. So this is my initial review, if you will, and then I'm going to do that follow-up. So let's go ahead and dive right in. One part of this blower that I really want to make sure and mention is the straps, because this is such a huge part of the comfort to the user, is how good the quality of the straps are. And these are really good, guys. They have really good thick padding in them. I love this lumbar support hip strap, if you will, that you can just strap it on your hips and it takes and it distributes the weight of the blower evenly across your body, and it makes it so comfortable. Guys, I had a BR430 that I'm keeping as a backup blower that was my main blower prior to getting this one, and I'm telling you, it felt heavier on your back to me than this blower did whenever you fit it right. So that's one thing. If you just fit the top strap and you don't actually do this lumbar strap, you're going to notice a huge difference. This is worth the time to actually strap down and make sure you're good and strapped in, especially if you're blowing properties for an extended period of time. You're really going to notice a difference on that. And it really blew me away, more so than I was even expecting whenever I started using this product. Alright, so while I'm walking over here to blow some leaves and show you guys that, I want to talk a little bit about a couple of aspects of this blower. The main one being the comfortability of it. So I'm sitting here, I'm walking with a tripod in my hand, the blower on my back, and I don't even have a hand on the actual blowing tube. It's really comfortable to use and to just walk around in. It really blew me away how solid it is in terms of the comfortability and convenience of this blower. Now, that being said, we all know that power is very important when you're talking about a blower, but really there's a lot of commercial blowers, guys, that have the really high power levels. So what's going to be a differentiating factor until somebody comes up with numbers that just absolutely blow the rest of the field away is the convenience of this blowing, of the blowing equipment. And this blower is by far the best one that I've seen and used in that regard. Now, I'm not saying that it's the best blower on the market. I think that there's a lot of great blowers, but I am saying that it is the most comfortable, if you will, blower that I have personally used and seen so far. So I'm really happy with the convenience of it and just how comfortable I feel using it. You know, at 155 pounds, I'm really not that big of a guy for a 23-pound backpack blower, but I'm very comfortable with it on my back, and I don't feel any strain at all, especially with this lumbar support. So let's get to blowing some leaves. A couple things I want to talk about real quick here is this telescoping tube, and also the metal holder back here that holds the tube and straps it in whenever you're just laying the blower down. Maybe you want to store it in the garage or something like that. Makes it a lot easier. So this telescoping tube is pretty easy to use. All you do is you turn this orange part, and then you basically just twist this out. You pretty well just pull it and twist it. It took me a little bit to get it broke in where it would come out really well, but once I got it broke in, it really works pretty well. And then of course to put it back in, so of course after you get it out you would tighten this, and then to get it back in to be a shorter tube you would loosen it and then essentially just push in. As for this strap on the back, I am kind of iffy about this. I'm thinking about bending the metal back a little bit because it's just kind of tight whenever you're getting it out. It's not really easy to use. It's not too bad whenever you're getting back in. It's actually the easy part. Getting it out is kind of difficult sometimes from certain angles. So I may just bend that metal back just a little bit to get it in the right position, but we'll see. As I use it more and more, it may also loosen up a little bit there. Alright, so let's kind of wrap this up with some concluding thoughts on this blower here. And I want to talk about a few things that are important to me to keep in mind that I'm thinking about whenever I'm purchasing equipment. And I'm thinking about the relation between the convenience and the ease of use of the user and the power of the machine. So there has to be a balance there. It can't be so big whenever you're using handheld equipment that the user can't use it, but at the same time it can't be so lightweight that it's not any good and it has no power. So there has to be a balance there, somewhere that's kind of in the middle or leaning toward whichever side you need for your particular situation. That to me is where this blower excels. It has way more than enough power to get the job done, but it is excelling at the comfortability of the user at the same time, especially with this side start. I mean, think about this. You have a customer that comes up to you and you're in the middle of blowing their concrete off, and they need to talk to you. All you got to do is turn your blower off, and you don't have to take it off your back. You can talk to them, they go on their way. All you got to do is start it right here on the side, and you're ready to go. You don't have to take it off. That helps the efficiency of your business, not having to take it off, and it helps the strain on your body, and it just helps overall time not to have to do that, 20 times a day. And so it's important to keep those things in mind when you're considering a blower. I'm not going to call this, like I said, the best blower on the market, because I feel like there are other really good blowers. And guys, I'm saying that as a Stihl fan. So I use all Stihl equipment. I really like Stihl products, but I'm not calling it the best simply because I believe that there are other really good ones out there. That being said, I do think that it is the best right now of what I have seen. I think it's the best in terms of the comfortability of the user with this side start. Now, obviously, I would think now that Stihl is doing this, as long as this continues to progress well and they don't have any issues with the side start system, you're probably going to see that becoming more and more popular. It will be my personal opinion that you're going to see that instead of these back starts. simply because it is a great idea. It really helps us as operators, our efficiency and ease of use. So one other thing that I want to talk about this blower before we wrap up is the throttle. So I've had issues before with these blowers, is that if you set the cruise control, if you will, of the throttle, that it'll kind of die down a little bit. So you'll have the power whenever you have the trigger pulled, and it's more than whenever you have the throttle all the way up. This is not that way. It maintains consistency. So I really like the throttle on this blower. And you know, guys, I really hope that this review helped you, and I hope that it helps you to hopefully understand whether or not this is the product for you. And that's really what's important to evaluate. You know, we all know Echo 8010 is getting ready to come out. I'm sure that's going to be a fantastic blower as well. Maybe that one's better for your business, maybe this one is better for your business. Either way, I just hope that this video helps you out whenever it comes to making your purchase decision. Let me know, maybe you have a Stihl BR800 and you'd like to share your thoughts on the product so far. Let me know in the comments section below. Thanks so much for watching. You can subscribe to my channel here. You can check out a couple more videos here. We'll see you guys in the next one. Have a blessed day.